Hello and welcome to Steel Wheels. My name is Yum Yum, and today my special guest is
Yum Yum.
R&B
What a name.
superstar and singer Joe.
What's up, Yum Yum?
You.
Yummy.
You can see we had this mental thing going on. We coordinated in black, you know?
Yeah. It's called telekinesis and chemistry all mixed in one.
I love it already. So that means we got to do a science project together after the interview.
Whatever that is.
You ready for the science project?
Hey, don't start.
Well, first off, I want to say that you are a beautiful songwriter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I do my best.
Do you?
I try. I try. I know there's a couple people out there that's listening to me, so try to make sure they're good.
When do you know when a song is complete that this is finished?
After that 50 million playback, you kind of sit there and you listen to it and make sure it sounds great, and then it feels just as good as it sounds. I know we just keep playing it over and over again at the mix. And, a lot of times it's the hook, it's the chorus. If I know I got a great chorus, that's when I know I got a good song.
Yes, there is joy in repetition.
Yeah, it is. You better believe me, ladies. Trust me when I tell you.
Joy in repetition. What triggers your creativity?
Oh. So you're getting real sexy with me today.
I want to know what triggers your creativity.
The trick for me, to get in the zone, I gotta have the mood right. My candles gotta be lit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have something to sip on.
What's your favorite drink?
Might even have to have something to puff on. You never know.
What you like to sip on?
I'm a wine kind of guy, so I'll drink wine. I'll drink like a nice little Riesling or some type of Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio. Keep it real sexy, so it don't take away from the voice. But if I'm going real hard, I'll probably get a little glass of Hennessy, mix it with a little Coca-Cola. You can call that a Bobby Brown if you want.
I like my Hennessy straight.
You like it straight? Just straight Bobby?
Just straight.
Hard.
Straight out the bottle into the glass.
That's Brooklyn all day. You love it.
Now, what kind of aroma candles do you like in your presence when you're writing a song?
I don't know. I like the vanilla smell. I like scented joints. I like the. We do a little lavender. You may even do a little cinnamon. Just little different flavors. Just make some more love and just kind of get it going. You know what I mean? I might do an incense.
All right. So the name of your album is called "Ain't Nothing Like Me." Now it's ironic because I say that to myself every day in the mirror.
That's what it is.
Every day in the shower.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, and all day on the A train going to work.
Ain't nothing like them, man.
So tell me, what's special about you? How do you define yourself before the media defines you? What's so special about Joe, J-O-E?
Well, I was born from a Don. I grew up a Don. My kids are going to be Dons. I'm one of those special kind of, I'm just joking around. For me, my whole journey in this thing that I'm doing right now, man, this music world, it's been carved out, a special way. I can't imagine getting into this industry any other way than the way I got into it. My whole history coming up, and coming up through the New Jack Swing era, you know what I mean, and during the end of it, you know what I'm saying, like the early '90s, then also being consistent and current and relevant throughout the hip hop stages. 10 years, 15 years of their run to the top. You know what I mean? Pedestals being pulled down, and everybody's pulling one out to get to the next, to the top. Went through that, and now I'm here in this new stage in the game where you got more R&B solo artists, male artists is coming out like Chris Brown, Neo, or Marion. They can't be me, They haven't went through the same challenges that I've been through.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just to sort of test their longevity to see if they really got that foundation that could keep them
So you
around.
have longevity?
Yeah, it's been proven. It's definitely been proven.
Would you consider yourself a ladies' man, a player, or a gentleman?
Do you have is this a night show right here? Are we
Yes,
coming
it
on? We
is.
coming on at night?
Yes, the midnight hour.
Yo, I love it.
Do you really?
You just gave it to the camera like almost like that Coming to America scene when they went to the club to find some girls and shit. excuse me, they went to the club to find girls, him and Arsenio, and the girls was just really giving it to the camera.
All right. So, player, ladies, man, or gentleman?
I'm a 100% gentleman. I'm a gentleman all day. I mean, I would want to be a player. I mean, I see how much fun they have. They have so much fun, the players, and they just live. I mean, it's just a good life. But a gentleman is ultimately who I am. I mean, I'm holding the elevator door open, make sure you step in first. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had enough practice in opening the car door and closing the car door thing, but I make up for it in other areas. You know what I mean? I'm the go-getter. You know, I'll definitely be a go-getter when it comes to that. I aim to please.
So, okay, speaking of players in this video age with money, women, the bling,
Sex,
all that.
all that.
What do you say to a young brother sitting in front of the TV who doesn't have that? How do you define what a man is to him? Because videos can have a profound influence on the youth
sure can.
and their definition and defining themselves.
That's like the best question
Really?
anyone has ever asked me.
Thank
Because
you.
they only cater to the music side, and they don't get that young person who is heavily influenced by the media,
Right.
and being me or any other artist that's out there. I say the way to grow up being a man is look at where you want to be 10, 15 years down the line, because everything you do now is going to shape your history. It's going to shape what you're going to become. So, you know, if you're going to be into, first of all, you're going to need some type of work, some type of job, something to say, you know what, now it's man duties, I call it, you know what I'm saying? It's every man job to work, to find some sort of job. That's going to help you become a man, being able to give orders, being able to take orders. Just a whole lot of things that comes with it, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes time to you being a father, being able to teach, being a teacher, being a leader, you know, that's what being a man, I think, at the end of the day is really all about. Knowing who you are, accepting it, and making the best out of life. You know, you may not be in my situation, but you could be just as big and just as important as I am.
You've been in the business 19 years. What are some of the similar characteristics you find in people in the business and making it? Some of the similar characteristics.
I think a lot of it is for people who came up like me, came from, you know, with nothing, came up from nothing, basically poor. One of the things that kind of keeps us going is not going back. You know, never taking that step back to being poor again. So that kind of helps your drive become more prominent, you know, and looking at your family, you know, looking at mom and dad, making sure they good, you know, your sisters and brothers, you know. And then if you got kids, looking at that, like, you know what, I got to build, I got to keep building, got to keep grinding.
That drive, that determination.
Got to have that drive and determination. It's very important.
Do you feel that artists need to have an alter ego of selfishness and vanity to make it in this business?
To a certain degree.
Okay.
To a certain degree. If you look at you doing it all yourself, that's nonsense. You know, nobody does it on their own. You know, it's that higher power, that higher being. So as long as you acknowledge and know that, you know, that this all comes from somewhere else, that'll help keep your ego at a certain level. You know what I mean? Because you're not doing it yourself. You know, I didn't create this voice. You know, it was a gift from God. So, and the talent that most of us have is a gift from God, and we always got to keep that right there at the forefront, and that would help us remain humble.
You heard it from the man yourself. Any last words from
been
the
a pleasure.
man? The man. What do you want our audience at Still Wills to know about you and what you stand for?
Still Wills, you know what I stand for. Me personally, it's all about integrity, dignity, leaving a legacy behind. For me, at the end of the day, you know, letting the world know that I made the best of who I am on this earth. And I wanted to influence a whole nother generation. And he influenced a whole nother generation. That's what I want to be left known for.
Thank you, Joe.
That's ultimate.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, baby.
Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Joe and Yum Yum.